Greetings, citizens of the internet. I'm Static Buzz, and in this video we're going to be doing a Final Fantasy XIV quest called What's in the Box. It's the level 5 Arcanist class quest, so let's get to it. We're going to talk to Thubby here inside the Arcanist Guild. What's she got to say? Acting Guildmaster Thubby wishes to assess the improvement of your Arcanima skill. Ah, static, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must often remind my Arcanist to take meals so ensconced, I don't even know that word, do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower La Noche, 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras, to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner. Alright, so we're going to go across the way to the Shard. And we're going to head to the Tempest Gate. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, I've got to do this one time. What's in the box? Alright, got that out of my system. Now let's go find what we need to take care of. Alright, we got a little quest thing here. It's pointing us in the right direction. The dodo should be just across the bridge, if I remember right. So that's where we're going to head. Hopefully nothing gets in our way. Like a level 50 sea serpent snake in a level 5 zone. Alright. Let's get our TP back. Not that I need it, but you never know. You might have to run. So we're moving across, Come on. Can't wait till I get my mount. It'll be so much easier. Alright, we got some yellow dots, which means that our quest... They're right there. You ready, little emerald carbuncle? Let's do it. Here we go. Dot. More ruin coming up for you. Boom, one down. Start off with a ruin. Go to a dot. To the next ruin. Keep it going. I need more abilities. Maybe this quest will give me more abilities. We shall find out soon enough. Alright, there's the next one. Ruin. Nice bio. Back to the ruin. And the ruin again till done. Oh, this is what she was talking about. Watch out for those. Watch their movements. So she was talking about that little move. Now the Mandragora. Here we go. And we're gonna start this off the same way. Little bio for you. We only got to kill 3 of these. It isn't too painful. Gotta be careful though. It's hard to see red outlines in the grass. All right, there's 1. Start number 2. Ruin to the bio and back to the ruin. And for anything on the ground that I gotta move out of. Guys look like they don't have anything. Quite boring, but doesn't matter. Let's keep moving through the quest. And last Mandragora. Still nothing special about their attacks. Alright, and then we should have to go backwards and talk to... Oh, never mind. We're supposed to report back to Thubby. I have a feeling I'm going to be coming right back out here, though, I think. Taking the zoomer to the plaza. And then once we get to the plaza, we'll go to the Arcanist Guild and see what Thubby wants us to do next. I know there's a second part to this quest. Just don't remember exactly what it is. We shall find out together. Arcanist Guild. And doom doom. Let's get a little tail wagging running going on. Talk to some Thubby here. Alright, Thubby, what's next? Welcome back, Static. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at the gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have several crates transported to the cliffs south of the Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates, then return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our custom agencies from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating vilekins. I suggest you prepare for any eventuality. Alright, interacting. We should know how to interact. We know how to interact. Alright. Heading back to the Shard, and this time we're going out to the Zephyr Gate. And we should be just off to the right of the Zephyr Gate after we come in that little canyon area that we avoided not too long ago. When we were doing that sheepish quest. Alright, and dropping down. There they are. Here's them crates. Doesn't look like there's anything to worry about. Just gotta be careful with the targeting with these Warfrats around if anything comes out, which I'm believing we're gonna have a little bit of combat here. Hostile presence. I knew it. Alright. And with these slugs, yeah, we're gonna have to move around a little bit because these guys like to do that little circular AoE move. And they do it quite often. Where a stun would come in handy, but I don't have one. And my Carbuncle is doing some damage over there. Almost got him taken out. And I'm still working on mine. Get another bio in there. Alright. Go back to the crates. Search them again. And we go to a cutscene. What is on the ground? A book with a hand. Who's behind the book with a hand? I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the presence and allow me a moment to cogitate. Okay, talk to the hand, I guess. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched your battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do. Inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. What other strategies? I got like 2 moves to attack. Let's see. Taking into account your current level abilities, factoring in etheric constants, multiplying by the number of opponents, and applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Yeah, that's quite a high level. Well, well. Have you to see what we can do about that. We'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kilahia, a gate assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thubby elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. And out of the cutscene? Or are we starting another cutscene? Another cutscene. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influenced your action during the battle? I'm going to go, I simply did what feels right. Aha, just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yet, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responds to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with carbuncle mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thubby is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I am off to the field, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. And boom, she's off. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Bye-bye now. Alright, now back to Thubby in the Arcanist Guild. Up and to the left should take us back to the gate. And we will find the closest shard once we get in there. I think it's the aft castle one, maybe? Won't know until I get in. I always get confused with all these entrances and exits. But we'll get there. The lower deck. Alright. Looks like it's going to be the plaza. But that's fine. Either will get us there. Boop doop doop doo, run with the tail wagging. Alright, to the Arcanist Guild. Boop 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 doo. Go talk to Thubby on the right. Ah, Static, you have returned with the cargo. Indeed, we're going to hand it over. Yes, everything seems to be in order, relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word with Kilahia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I admit, but the guild cannot boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instructions she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Clihia carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. Our master as our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspectives somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Static. Continue your practice with Carbuncle and Clihia has bid. Hit the button on accident. Sorry. Alright. It's time to pick loots. I already have a hat. I could use a robe. Could use a ring. And I could use a bracelet. But such choices. Gonna go with the robe for the speed spell. Spell speed. Anyways, that's the quest. As usual, if you liked what you've seen or it was helpful, please click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe. And until the next video, take care and bye-bye now.